Yes, we have taken back-to-back victories. That moves us up to 3rd place in the Constructors' Championships. That is what we have been doing. If we go to circuits, you will see Imola, Lance Stroll taking P1, Miami, Lance Stroll taking P1. We have been on an improvement through the roof. From Miami, we are now absolutely smashing it, and that's exactly what we needed. We've got Monaco coming up. Monaco can be a very difficult track, especially when performance is pretty much made by qualifying. Car attributes, low speed, crucial round here. So let's have a look at our car, and you'll be glad to see car speed is 2nd. Well, that's not bad at all, is it? Let's be honest. So we've got research being on the way. We've got underfloor, front wing and rear wing, and we've also got a chassis currently being basically done, and don't think we're going to have it in time for this next Grand Prix. I think it was just out of time. We will just check that we have got nothing in terms. Oh no, we have got a chassis improvement. So rank on the grid, there you go, top speed, and I think I'm actually going to give it car 2 here. I am going to make car 2 a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. No front wings, no more rear wings yet, side pods and underfloor. We probably could do with just creating, I mean, I know we have got, well, we haven't got suspension, so I do need a little bit of a suspension. We will create 2 more of them. I'm in no rush for them though, so let's create them as well. So that should see us be able to have a look then at this race. Development for the pit crew. We are just watching it a little bit because they are getting a bit tired, and we can just try. I'm always trying to lower that pit time. You can just see, just coming down again. We're not going to be able to do a lot here, so we are going to go on to Jim. And Jim, it is quite close. I mean, next month we will get a lot more. Can we get it back to 0? No, we can't. Let's take that off. Pit stop drill is possible. It's not worth it. I might as well give them the rest. So that's okay. I'm happy with that. That's not too bad on the pit crew. So, shall we get into the race? Let's do our performance target. Now, we know that we're 2nd, so I've got to get both drivers into Q3, my qualifying position. Can I get both drivers in the top? Is that a risk? Oh, it's not a lot of money difference, so we go top 8. We are going to go finishing position. I'm going to have 1 driver in the top 4. Risky? I know. We're on our finishing streak as well. So let's go to Monaco and let's see how we perform in qualifying. The beautiful street circuit of Monaco. Hopefully we can rip it up. So then, welcome to this qualifying session. Now, a few cars have actually bought upgrades this weekend, so it hasn't pushed us as high as I would have liked. As we get Lance Stroll, and Porsche's come out in a little bit of traffic. Hopefully it doesn't delay him too much. Sonoda and Sainz now coming out. We always seem to get stuck, but we'll fly across the line. We'll put our first set of laps in, and it's a 108.8 and a 108.7. We've got 1 more lap to do in this session, but with cars improving around us, I mean only 2 tenths ahead of Ocon, we've got probably not going to be it's not going to be a hat-trick of wins, is it? Surely. So with just a couple of minutes left in the session, we're not going to go out again. P7, P9 at the moment. We've got a big enough gap. Albon in the Aston Martin just squeaked through by the look of it. And yes, the top half of the field pretty much stay as they are. Magnussen is out in the Alpine, and we finished P8 and P10. So, yeah, not a great run. 5 tenths off, and we wanted 1 car to finish in the top 4, and that could be pretty dangerous at the moment. So, what we're going to do is let a few cars go first, because as always, we always get stuck. And the chances are, Hamilton, Mercedes go, Sonoda goes. Let's click the wrong button. Let's send Stroll. There's a Red Bull coming out. Let's send Pourchaire. So, first couple of laps, he's got Perez ahead of him, Pourchaire. And let's see, hopefully no traffic. We should be good, I think, just catching Norris, but not close enough. We're going to put our first lap time in. It's a 1:08.6. We know that's a good 4 tenths off the previous times. And Perez only manages second. Pourchaire must have had traffic. He's 8 tenths off. So I am just going to send Pourchaire for one more lap, just to see. He just can't get any clear air at the moment. He is improving, and he does now go 4 tenths off. It's actually a good lap, and we should be getting through here. But let's send then Stroll on used tyres as well, just trying to manage, but I think we'll be okay. Stroll is out in clean air as well. Let's see if he can improve on his time. Don't need him to, but we're just seeing if there's anything left out there. There is a bit out there. 3 tenths now on some used tyres. So 3 tenths and 4 tenths adrift. That's more like it. I mean, it's not. We don't want to be that far back. But in terms of where we are, P3 and P4. Alonso's on his outlap. Alonso could get in a bit of traffic, but he looks like he's timed it well. He's on his own. And we are through into Q3. Alonso is out. P13. Aston Martin struggling. So we are P4, 1:08.0. I mean, we have got to find 4 tenths of a second here to be able to try and match the powerful Ferrari. That might be a bit more difficult than we think. So we're going to send Stroll, and I'm going to send Pourchaire. First lap in. Got a few cars coming out now. That always helps. And don't no one come out, no one does come out. 1:80, we know that was the time previously, and we crossed the line. 1:84, that's okay. Pourchaire, 2 tenths off. We know that's not strong enough to be anywhere near pole. So we have gone early then, because the track is rubbered very high, grip very high, so no one's going to get any better than that. Interestingly, we've got a Red Bull in between us. There's a Ferrari coming out of the pits, but hopefully Pourchaire can get past him before he starts his lap, and yes, he can. So we're looking for improvement. We're 3 tenths off pole position at the moment, so we need a good first sector. It's an improvement. 18.0, 18.0 for Pourchaire as well. So Pourchaire's 6 tenths off, Stroll 3 tenths. So we deploy through the end of the tunnel, coming down into the end of Sector 2. So we're about to get the end of Sector 2 to see what we do. It is a 31.2. What about Pourchaire? 31.4. Just lost a couple of attempts, and this could be a very good lap for Lance Stroll, who comes across the line. He doesn't improve. Oh, he does slightly. 10th improvement. Pourchaire doesn't really improve. So P5 minimum, or maximum I should say, for Stroll. Pourchaire is going to start maximum P7. So most cars finishing then. Russell and Perez just swap around. We're going to stay P5 and P7. It's not amazing, but we'll take it. Lap times, we did manage the fastest lap that we've done with Lance Stroll, even though we went slower in the last sector. Not, well, I mean, you could have gone one place probably, Theo. But let's get on to the race. Can we get some points again? I mean, we're going to get points surely. And we're going to look at what strategy we want to do here. Showing a one stop is the way to go. Surely you don't want to go soft to hard. Surely you want to go with traffic to mediums. I think that is a lot better to do. So we're going to go mediums. Pourchaire, I think maybe hards to mediums. And be very quick at the end. That's what I think there. So let's give it a go. I like to have one car on a hard tyre going longer. Remember, high chance of a safety car at this track, so you never know what's going to happen. All we know is we'll give it our all. So streets of Monaco are about to see our Williams car tackle it for the first time this season. Let's see how we get on. We're going to go on to battle assist and P5, P6, so we've moved up a position already. We're going to go on to Stroll right now. And Pourchaire, we are actually going to change to don't fight teammate. We do not want to get them hard tyres past him. As we settle on down. Purple sector by Pourchaire, somehow. Still P5, P6. Now in our race against Aston Martin, they are 7th and they are 13th. They might struggle in this race to get Alonso through. But you never know. And now let's have a look at the tyres that are around us. It's hard for Perez. Mediums for a lot. I mean, medium and hards. Hards is quite a popular tyre choice. Quite surprised at that. I mean, we are going to... I mean, you probably want to be in control of your own pace. And hards will probably let you do that later on. But Pourchaire is our rear gunner here in Monaco. He is going to be what we need to defend against. We are just going to move that down to standard already. We will leave him on neutral. He should be able to live with that for a moment. I mean, he's already lost a second, but Albon's going to struggle to get by anyway. So we're just going to look after tyres. That is the key thing that we need to do. Because Monaco, when they pit, we need to blast past. That is our aim. That's what we've got to be trying to do. And it is 9/10 out to a second now. And Albon right behind. This is because we're not pushing and everyone else is. You can see Albon's got the same tyre management as us at the moment, 95%. Track position key round Monaco. Very hard to overtake. The leading quartet are pulling away quite rapid. But maybe when they slow down and we come back into it, we can have a run back at them. But 1.6 seconds after 3 laps is not great. It's a double Ferrari, double Red Bull, double Williams as the teams who are indeed leading the championships come to battle at the front. But we need to close these down. We need something to happen. We need some good clean air runs when we get it. And Albon's doing a bad job at not getting past Pourchaire. He's doing us a favour, Pourchaire. Our rear gunner is absolutely beautiful at the moment. We can see him just going round the tunnel in that stunning livery, as now we are under the tunnel and we have got the Aston Martin chasing us hard as we go down into the next corner. This is what we need. But then it was also creating a gap, remember, to the drivers out front. As we come out, can we improve? But I mean, look at the lap times. They're lapping 8/10 quicker, nearly 2 seconds a lap quicker in some points. We do a 14.4. They're doing a 13.3 and a 13.1. That is some incredible pace, and you can see they're just using the tyres up a bit more than we are. So interestingly, I told you we've been looking after our tyres because the plan is that when Leclerc, Russell and Verstappen pit, they're going to come out in traffic and then we're going to absolutely attack. I mean, we're 9 seconds off at the moment. They might actually jump ahead of Pourchaire, so we'll probably start bringing Pourchaire a little bit closer. But we're right on the back of Mr. Perez, who's now struggling on these hard tyres a little bit compared to the mediums. Now, we've seen them go flying off into the distance, and now we've suddenly gained them back. So DRS under the tunnel, not obviously DRS, but ERS, sorry, deployed. And we come out of there through the chicane. Is there any way to get past Sergio Perez? It's going to be down the straight when DRS gets deployed. Here we go. Can we make a move? We're going to go to the right-hand side, are we? Not quite. Now up the hill we go. 1/10. We've got to get past here. And we're going to push for Pourchaire. Let's push and bring that gap a bit closer if we can. Just topping up again. It's got to be the straight. That's where we've got to hit Perez on lap 13. Nothing we can deploy. He's starting to drift away again now. So we'll just keep on cruising on these tyres. And then we're going to be attacking a little bit later. Let these tyres come back in. We're at the bottom of the battery anyway. And Pourchaire, we are closing a little bit. 14.5 seconds. Just got to keep at it at the minute. And we'll be okay. So it looks like Albon, as we go up the hill, is finally going to get our man, Pourchaire. They come down. Pourchaire battling hard, but I think he's going to have to give up with that. Or is he going to go to the inside? He does go to the inside. And we've got that position back. And this absolute brick wall of Pourchaire is doing a wonderful job. But obviously he's under pressure from Albon as they go through the tunnel. Pourchaire's got that job done again. Now, Stroll's got a 16-second gap. That is pretty mad to the Ferrari. We've been looking after our tyres a lot. 60, I mean we have, but look at the difference. It's not a lot, is it? We're going to slowly go aggressive. Let's push some fuel. Let's close some gaps a bit. And I'm pretty happy with the pace that we are actually showing. But everyone's pretty spread out. It's a pretty quiet race. Lap 25. We've now dropped Albon. And the hard tyres we're using a little bit more than we probably want, so we'll probably cut that back down. No safety cars, no yellow flags, nothing so far. It's been quite a clean race. There is a lot of cars together at the moment that could cause that to change at any point. But we've got Stroll now using a bit more of that tyre. So we're kind of hoping that we can get ahead and we can use Pourchaire as a rear gunner to us holding the pack up. Now Perez is on decent medium tyres, well, hard tyres. The rest of them are on decent mediums. But yeah, it's all about who bites the bullet. It's down to 12 now. We are gaining a little bit as we move to the aggressive mode, and we've gained enough to bring us back into play. Albon, because we're not pushing as much, as close back on Pourchaire again, and Verstappen now does a fastest lap. So Verstappen getting on with it. Here comes Albon into turn 1, not going to make a move, but acceleration out and up the hill we go. And is Alex Albon going to make a move? It doesn't look like it. He's right behind us. There's a yellow flag. There is a crash. There is a crash. Hamilton has crashed on track. Alonso is right by him. It is Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Turn 1 they go. Oh, he's just hit the wall out of the turn 1, and it's not going to be a safety car or anything. Not going to be any VSCs either. So we carry on. Thought that could have been a big moment. Obviously Mercedes not scoring big points. Now Aston Martin only got P7 at the moment. Alonso down in P12. So we're gaining on them again in our fight for third place. What is the gaps? 20 seconds for Pourchaire. I mean, we've got to start picking this pace up, but I don't want to pick it up too much because of the medium tyres. Stroll, man on his own pretty much. And Pourchaire and Albon. Now, finally, Albon gets a through. What's tyres for... Oh, we've used more tyres than Albon, annoyingly. So we're down to P7. So, when do we push? We're not really in the mix, are we, with the big boys here? Let's go down to standard. Good fuel though. Leclerc pits, but I think they've got a big enough gap to not even, they're going to come out a full pit stop ahead. Stroll's only in P5. He's got Albon chasing him hard at the moment, and I mean Leclerc's already come out ahead of us. What tyres has Leclerc gone on to? It is the hards, as we expect. And we just don't have the pace. We have been very conservative in these opening laps, so obviously that is a point that we probably do need to make. But surely, I didn't think we'd be that far off it. Verstappen now pits, and he's coming out on the hards. We do get ahead of him, but obviously only just. The last lap was probably better. It was. We are catching them quite substantially. 2.5 seconds on Russell that lap. And now we just push. But Stroll, with a big enough gap between him and Leclerc, we are probably going to just come in this lap. Don't really fancy doing one more, I don't think. Although the tyres are quite durable, we probably will do one more. And I'm going to give it absolutely everything here to get on some nicer hard tyres. Russell pits from the lead. Stroll's just coming around the last section now. And he'll then come in on this lap. We're going to pit that for hards. And he moves up to P3. Russell obviously just coming out the pits. Where is Russell? There he is. And there's the Aston Martin ahead. So Russell doesn't get ahead of the Albon. The Albon, currently, Stroll is P3. But we're going to move down quite a few. The question is, how far do we go? We're lapping okay as well. There he is, Stroll, in P3. Perfect tyres that he's ran that to. And he'll be coming into the pits. Hopefully, a nice solid pit stop. You need that in Monaco. We know what happened last year when it came to pit stops in this event. Here we go. Come on, team. Hey, that's not bad. 3.5. I'll take that. Big gap to Tsunoda, who goes past. Norris is there as well. Verstappen's just overtook Pourchaire and up the hill. Oh, man. Just Norris gets Peru. Now I'm going to leave these on push because we need to dispatch that McLaren. ASAP is on use hards 55%. And we're going to try and go on board and get rid of that Norris car. Come on, Norris, out the way. We are going to have to top up, but we are going to give everything early on. Pourchaire's just coming around the final corner. Still going. Going the long game. Can we get DRS usage out of the final corner? It's not a great acceleration. Oh, this is going to kill us. This is going to absolutely hurt as we go up the hill. And it's because Norris is on 55% as well. It's not a bad percentage at this point. to actually have available to you. It's not going to make you ridiculously slow. As we come out through the tunnel, we are about to go again, and we try again, but still we're just right up the backside. We're going to push again. We're going to probably just deploy into the last few corners. Here we go. We'll deploy now. We need a good exit. We get a good exit, and here we go. This is crucial. Come on, up the hill. Yes. Come on. We're going to leave it pushing for a moment because we need to build that gap. Stroll ahead of Norris. There's Pourchaire. Still cruising around his old Pourchaire. We're going to probably just move that to aggressive now. It's got good fuel. Let's probably push the fuel actually to help with that tyre wear. And Stroll has already dropped a good solid 1.8 seconds as he tops up. So Albon pits, and now we are going full attack mode. We need everything out here to see if we can jump him again. Where does Albon go? Albon is right behind Carlos Sainz. So if we can keep pushing for a lap or two, we might jump him. That is key. We will keep an eye on the laps in a moment. 37% at the moment. We've got Albon, there he is. If we can stay ahead, and the McLaren's going to hold him up as well. This is beautiful for us. We're going to watch the lap times because that McLaren lot is doing 1:15s. Stroll did a 1:12. Pourchaire did a 1:14 last time around. And we're now going to see what that time does. As we cross the line this time, Stroll's catching up very quickly. Pourchaire does a 1:12.9. There's some pace for you, folks. And Albon does a 13.7. So we're a second clear on that lap. And now these two are absolutely going at it. They are going to be getting held up quite substantially. We don't want to come out in that battle. But what have we got? It is 2:12.15. We're going to be behind Gasly at the moment if we pit, and I want to just stretch this out as much as I can, although these tyres are going to get pretty worn. 33%. We might have to pit this lap. We do a 13.9. That was a terrible lap. It is definitely time. Can I get softs? Can I get softs here? Oh, no, I can't. I think I'm going to definitely have to go onto the mediums, aren't I, with Pourchaire. So let's get Pourchaire in, onto mediums. And Albon still stuck behind these two. So we can still gain time. Put these back on neutral as Stroll goes through, who's on aggressive. And Albon did a 14.4 last time round. This is going to be slower for Pourchaire. He gave absolutely everything as he comes into the pits. Good stop needed, please, team. And it looks like we're going to be pretty solid for a 5th place finish at least on Stroll as Pourchaire comes in the pits. Come on, team. Good stop. This is better. 3.4 again. That's okay. We're going to come out behind Gasly by the look of it, as Norris did pit. Norris had a pit stop issue as well, which suits us. And now we're going to bring these tyres up, and then we're going to go about trying to chase down Alex Albon on them medium tyres. So lap 48, Sainz still hasn't pit, and so has Gasly. The Gasly is struggling on these hard tyres at the moment, and we are going after him. We're going to go after him as quick as we can, because he's going to hold us up in our pursuit, because at the minute we're about 6 seconds behind Albon. Sainz pits. Surely that means Gasly will pit? No. He carries on, but we should be able to make a move here. We go to the inside. We are through into P7. And then now it's a case of, can we, as Sainz has a pit stop issue just to help matters, gain any time? 8.5 seconds to Perez, who hasn't pitted yet. We forgot about that. And, I mean, we're quite far back with Pourchaire, so actually we might jump ahead. We're lapping 2 seconds a lap quicker than Perez. That is massive. But he'll be very quick at the end. It's just a case of whether or not he can overtake. Gasly's in the pit, so we're just going to top up again. So Perez is in the pit. We're on board with, Perez. Oh, trumbling out. He's quite far behind. And that is an Alfa Romeo that goes through. Albon is just going up the hill. Pourchaire's 5 seconds back. So just looking after the tyre, there is a chance that we could get into P6, but we've got to manage the gap, and I'm sure Perez is going to come hard at us. So another crash out there. Who is it? Involving multiple cars, debris on track. Oh, Ferrari, and that's a back marker. Oh, big accident. The Ferrari of Charles Leclerc leading the race. Is he out? He hits the back marker. Charles Leclerc does end up carrying on. It was a big shunt, and that could easily see him with front wing damage. Let's see if we can see it. I mean, he's lost his end plate. It might not be too bad. Perez down to 21 seconds now, 13 seconds behind now. And Leclerc carries on round. So at the moment, we are still chasing hard. 6.4 behind Verstappen now. 13 seconds to Perez. Pourchaire's got the gap down to 4. And it looks like we can probably just go a little bit more aggressive too. Here's our chance. Mr. Pourchaire has been gaining all the time on that pit stop that was earlier than us on Albon. You can see Perez on the softs is absolutely flying out there, and he is got the gap down to 5.3. We're watching that all the time. Just looking at the times, 3 tenths behind. Last lap was 1.3 seconds quicker, and we have got 4% better tyres, so that is why we are seemingly a little bit faster. We are going to just, no, we'll stay balanced on him, but it will be Pourchaire that will push. We're going to deploy out of the final corner. There's a chance that we could take it with DRS. Out of the corner we go. We move to the left-hand side. ERS is depleted, and it's a brave move from Albon, but it's not going to matter because we do fly through nice and easy in the end up the hill. And Pourchaire is passed. We're going to move that back to standard. Perez 4.7. If that gets to about 2, we'll probably start attack mode on the hards because we've got fuel as well. 8 laps to go. 1.8 seconds. 1.5. Perez is flying, and we've got traffic ahead of us. He's only 8 tenths behind now. You can see the traffic that we are currently in. It's an absolute nightmare for Stroll trying to get past them. It is the Mercedes that we are lapping, and Perez seemingly get through okay. We're going to go back to, I mean, I can't really go aggressive at this stage. Let's push the fuel. He's literally right on our tails. I don't think there's anything we can do against Perez here. He is just going to be so quick as we deploy out of the corner. Here goes Sergio Perez. Doesn't get us. He's going to get better traction up the hill. But remember, we picked to finish in the top 4. At the minute, we are. Oh God, this is a long way to go. And again, a lot of traffic here. Really starting to struggle as we get past one car. Perez flies through with us. Getting lucky. So lucky. We're topping up all the time. Just changing this round. Tell you what, if this car stays in here, we'll get a nice DRS slipstream out of the last corner. And now we do. We'll get DRS. No energy. Oh no. That's not what we need. What do we got? We are bang on the tyres, really. We can't really push any more than we are. And somewhere, Pourchaire's now P6. Can't remember if I've seen him. I did see him go past Albon. But can we keep Perez behind? I don't think we can. He's lapping so quickly. He's only on 45% though on the softs. So there's a chance that they could go off with him pushing so hard and in our turbulent air. Pourchaire has got 1.2 seconds. We will just push. We have got mediums stretching out. Here he comes again, Perez. On the inside, up the hill. And he is going to get past us, I think. Stroll is going to have to settle back for P5. Still trying to hang it out there, though. In Monaco, here we go. It is Red Bull versus Williams. And at the minute, the Williams has won that battle. We were pushing Stroll. We were pushing. But there's not a lot we can do. The softs are just a lot stronger at this stage, and probably will stay stronger as well. Albon's got the gap to 1.5. The only thing I've got with Perez is he's on 41%. So as long as we don't use the hards as much, because we're going to stay within DRS, we can still come back at Perez and finish P4. We're only 4 tenths behind. Let's ride on board. That's all the gap is, 4 tenths. But we know track position crucial around here. But he's going to be, last couple of laps, he's going to be low 30s. So we could have a chance at getting this position back. Albon still 1.6 seconds, and he's not as good on the mediums either. So it could be a P5, P6. We'll see if Perez does struggle. It's just gaining away, but DRS is going to bring us a lot closer now into turn 1. There is literally around 4 laps, including this one. Verstappen and Russell going at each other at the front with a Sonoda, I think it may be, in the middle. It was Sonoda. Good guess, Aaron. Good guess. Then, under the tunnel we go then. So, coming up to 3 laps. Stroll's conserving all the time. 1.4s, 1.5s. 3 laps to go. Still pushing pretty hard, old Perez. And we lapped better last time, 1:12.8. DRS is going to pull us closer. Just a tenth in it. Less than a tenth on the time. 36%. We're going to still keep it. Maybe one more lap. 2 laps to go. We'll start our attack. We're going to just harvest all the time. See if we can get him back. I think Perez has gone too early here. Albon is pretty much game over in P7. But Aston Martin taking P7, P8. That's good work from them. Mercedes only 13th and 15th. Terrible for them. So I think we go here. And I think this is it. I think we attack now. Out of the final corner we go. We move to the left-hand side. Switcheroo to the right. Can't get that job done. And now up the hill we go. This could be a terrific battle to the end as we go on the helicopter view, whichever one is, say TV view. And now we are smack bang fighting for 4th place. Tyres are looking a bit eeky. 33% for Perez. He's going to be crying all the way home. As now we go under the bridge, and now we have picked the pace up, and here we go again. We're going to try to go around the outside to take the inside line, but Perez blocks. We're going to be late on the brakes though. Are we going to get the job done? Round the outside we go. It's Red Bull versus Williams all over again in Monaco. Squeezes up the inside. It's a brilliant battle. Who's going to come out on top? Stroll's low on ERS. Let's top up. I tell you what, it's a fantastic battle. We're going to get DRS again, I think, out of this corner. As we go. No, Perez gets DRS. Oh. Last lap. Albon is closing as well. Let's push then with Porsche. This could be it. We don't have a lot else left in the tank. We are attacking. And unfortunately, I think it could be game over. Let's deploy under the bridge. Under the tunnel, I should call it. Can we get Perez? I don't think we can. It's not going to be possible. We are attacking. But these soft tyres, I think, in this fast Red Bull, just going to hold on as we come out of the last corner. We're not that far off victory. I mean, I didn't press the wrong button, but we have come 4th. We have come 5th even. And it's 5th and 6th for the Williams boys. Now, it's not P4. We did want to finish in P4. But that is still a solid effort by the team. Kind of ruined the end of that race then by skipping that quick. Sorry, team. Sorry, chat. And we're happy. We are still relatively happy with that performance. It's still big points against Aston Martin after back-to-back wins in the previous 2 races. So, yes, Lance Stroll and Fiat Porsche. P5, P6. Stroll up to P3 in the championship now as well, with Williams taking 18. It's still an improvement over the rest of the field, whereas Ferrari and Red Bull take big points. Pit stops, happy with that as well. And you can see, very consistent weekend. Stroll and Fiat. Hopefully some development here as well. Don't think there is going to be. But round 8 sees us go to a very interesting Spanish GP. And we are going to be in a very nice situation.